Hello, I'm going over the 2018 pennies with you. This is the first time I'm going to be doing this video. These are 2018 pennies. They have strike damage upon the head. There are actually 9 different versions of this strike head. It goes 1 through, it goes 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, 4.5, 5, 6, and then 6.5. So there are a few more versions that I'm trying to find, but that's just the head strike damage. There is obverse and reverse damage on both the back and the front. I will show you some pennies in a second here that are rare and actually quite valuable coming out of this 2018 section. These pennies will have spotting, they will have ring damage, they will have head crack damage, and they will have back and front mint damage. Out of a box, I've only found 1. So out of 25 boxes, I've only found 5. So that ratio is not very high. So these would be your rarest pennies of all, meaning they have what I call the trifecta, which means they have both the damage of spotting from the coating of the copper, and they have planchet damage, and they also have what I call mint damage, which is slight but variable and occurs in probably 200 different varieties around the coin. So this coin is actually even more rare when you think of, I found 5 that are just alike but slightly different. So that makes them very valuable. Now, like I said, there are different versions. I found these same effects in the 2017 pennies, all the way down to the 2016, all the way to the 2015, 13, 14, 11, 10 is where they're more elusive. I only found 1 to 2 coins in that era of 2017. As you can see, when I put all these rarer ones together, you'll start to see this is my first ever. What I found was the Vulcan, what I call the V crack, or you can say Vulcan crack. It makes Lincoln look like a Vulcan. His ears are more pronounced, and he has a mark going all the way from his head, under his ears, all the way to his upper brow, making him look like a Vulcan. So that's pretty rare. I've only found 15 of these in 25 boxes in different variations. This is a high variation, meaning that it is both mint, never circulated, and also that it has damage from the mint from packaging. So this I also will show you. These are other versions. This is actually a 2014 that has head crack damage number 2, which is actually pretty rare because the 2014s were almost all damaged. But luckily I had about 5 boxes left behind to go through because I didn't find first very much in them. But after I went back through them and investigated this head crack incident, I can see that it occurred all the way back to 2010, right before and right after the 2009 pennies were released. Then when the 2010 shield was created, halfway through the striking process, the molds had started cracking because the cheapness of the planchet itself and the amount of pressure they had to push onto the planchet to make an actual penny, it caused damage. So I found all the way from 1982, when the penny changed, all the way to now, planchet damage mostly on the S and the O and the F in the back, and on the front it will be in the God of the damage, and doubling on the letters. This occurs all the way back to 1982. I found it back in 1973 and 72 when they changed the pennies once again, the metal of them. I have found in steel copper pennies there are no variations, but they all do have different planchet damage. So look through your pennies, but right now, like I said, the head crack damage is going to be worth a lot of money. People are overlooking them, and they're just going into general change. Luckily, I have kept pennies all the way from 2010 to 2011, brand new, and have found very many. As you can see, I got a whole bag of 2018 with 2017 in them, with variations in mint damage. These are also more pennies. These are all the pennies that I found just going through. I have about 2,000 different varieties, bags, different stuff, different pennies, different strikings. Like I said, this weird one where I found. I'll have to find its cover again. But like I said, going through and starting from 2018, start out with the 2018s, collect them as quickly as you can, because right now they have the proper amount of strike damage at the end of the year. The coins are at the worst, well, the best we can be as collectors to find. So I would start with 2018 and then go all the way back through your 2017. I would not worry about ordering 2009 pennies. The small factor that they have in them, I found only to be 1 out of every 100,000. So it's not really worth buying a roll of 2009 pennies to find anything valuable. It's better just by chance to grab those. But I find that it is worth to buy the 2018s, 2017s, the 2010s, the 2011s, the 2014, 15, and then getting to your 2016, it might be a little more expensive because some of the 2016s were not really kept in good shape and were highly circulated due to the fact that they thought they were worthless pennies. Okay, I'll be doing more videos later. I'm just going to be showing you a few more. I'm going to also get some more equipment to be able to show you these head cracks. But like I said, right now I found nine different versions of it. This one being the Vulcan penny, meaning that it looks like Spock has turned into a Vulcan if you look at it under a microscope. Okay, Tony out.